In this video, we'll explore the data size limits of three popular spreadsheets: Excel, Google Sheets, and RowZero. Excel has a row limit of about 1,000,000 rows and a column limit of about 16,000 columns, which goes out to column XFD. Google Sheets has a 10 million cell limit, so it's possible to have a very simple spreadsheet of 10 million rows and one column. But in practice, Google Sheets typically hits performance issues before Excel. RowZero is a next-gen spreadsheet built for big data that easily opens millions of rows and can even support billion-row datasets on enterprise plans. That's 1,000 times bigger than Excel, which you can see in the chart here. So let's take a look and see what happens when we try to open a big CSV in each of these spreadsheets. We'll use a 7 million row CSV file to demonstrate. We'll start with RowZero. I'm in a new workbook and I have a number of options for importing my data. I can import from File, URL, or Amazon S3. I can also import directly from my database or data warehouse to import my file directly and have a live connection to my data source that auto updates. To keep things consistent, I will import from File. Select my file. And this is a 7 million row CSV of US flight data. RowZero supports a variety of big data file types, including Parquet, JSON-L, and can even automatically unzip and open compressed.gz files. I see a progress bar here across the bottom. I also have some options of where I want to import my data, how I want to import my data as cells or a data table, and also if I need them, advanced options for parsing the file, but that's typically not necessary. I'm going to import into a new sheet. You can see it comes in super fast. And now that my data is in here, I can do all of my favorite spreadsheet work. So I can add filters, I can sort, I can format, I can insert charts and pivot tables. I can also write Excel compatible formulas. So everything you're used to doing works just like Excel and Google Sheets. Now let's try the same file in Excel. So I have a new workbook and I'm going to go open the same file. Again, this is a 7 million row CSV file. In a couple of seconds here, I will get a warning. It says this data set is too large for the Excel grid. If you save this workbook, you will lose data that wasn't loaded. Hit OK, and it will actually import part of the file. And if I zoom in here and scroll down to the bottom, you can see it imported 1,048,576 rows, which is the Excel row limit. So if I wanted to import the whole file or use the whole file in Excel, I'd be unable to. Okay, now let's try Google Sheets. So we'll do the same thing, import the same file. And again, this is a 7 million row CSV file. Take a couple of seconds to load. And then I'm going to get a preview of the file. Hit import, and it will say too large to import, remove rows or columns, and try again. So again, this file is too big for Google Sheets, and so I'd have to use a different spreadsheet like RowZero. So there you have it. Excel and Google Sheets each support a max of about 1 million rows, and RowZero supports much bigger datasets. You can try RowZero for free at rowzero.io and see why RowZero is the best spreadsheet for big data.